I already got it running back a little bit. So I'm basically just gonna read you this quote, and then you're gonna say if you agree or disagree. And then
Is it just one quote?
Yeah, just one quote.
Okay.
You ready?
Go ahead.
Okay. Government by kings was first introduced into the world by the heathens, for whom the children of Israel copied the custom. It was the most prosperous invention the devil ever set on the foot of promotion of auditory. The heathens paid divine honors to the deceased kings, and the Christian world hath improved on the plan. By doing the same to their living ones, how impetuous is the title of sacred majesty applied to a worm, who in the midst of his splendor is crumbling into dust.
Whose quote is that?
Can you guess? I'll give you the time.
No, I really can't guess. I've never heard that before.
Thomas Paine.
Really?
Have you ever heard of him?
Yeah, I think he was some sort of patriot or something.
Yeah, he was one of the founding fathers. Yeah. Do you agree or disagree?
Well, I can agree somewhat. I'm not a big fan of kings.
Yeah, they're. Yeah. Well, you know, if.
I think the Christians probably did improve on it.
Yeah. Well, I tend to disagree because if you know, it sends a different type of hope, you know, because it's more or less, you know, like they're praising him or her, and then that kind of like they groups them together, and you know makes them, you know, stronger. Because you know with the English, you know, they were fighting for their kings and their, you know, Queen Elizabeth, you know, all them. And you know, it groups them together and make them a little bit stronger.
Do you want me to debate that, or what? What do you need?
This might be the first take of many. Oh man.
Well, because personally, I think that the English people are mainly fighting for themselves, for their own survival. I don't think they were fighting just for the Queen of England and the royal family.
Sorry, this is just so much. I'm probably just gonna have this keep on rolling, and then I'm gonna cut it.
Yeah, you can edit with that.
Okay, good. Because this quote, it was so hard to find information about. Yeah.
Be interesting to know the context it was done in. You know, was it in a book or a speech, or what was the occasion? Right.
Yeah, it was here. Oh, okay. I guess I forgot to put that down. Because I put a question to you, are you with Grandad if he agrees? Oh. Oh, okay, I got it now. Okay. Which is not formatted weird.
Okay.
Ready to start take two?
Yeah, I don't know any more about the quote, but
okay. You ready? Government by kings was first introduced into the world by the heathens, for whom the children of Israel copied the custom. It was the most prosperous invention the devil ever set on the foot of promotion of idolatry. The heathens paid divine honors to their deceased kings, and the Christian world had improved on the plan by doing the same to their living ones. How impetuous is the title of sacred majesty applied to a worm, who in the midst of their splendor is crumbling into dust. Who do you think wrote this quote?
Well, you done told me Thomas Paine.
Okay. Okay. Do you agree or do you disagree with the quote?
Well, I can agree with what he said.
Okay. Well, I tend to disagree because I think it provides a focus for national identity and unity and pride.
Well, it can, depending on the country and depending on the king or the royal family.
That's true.
They're not all good, just because you're king.
Is there a king that you like really didn't like?
Oh, I don't know all the kings, but you know, I think like the king, royal family of Saudi Arabia, there's some of those guys are crooks. And then the royal family, I think, is okay. They generally do good and promote a lot of things. But then, you know, you've got, I don't know all the kings, but you've got some in Europe that are probably good, you know, from, let's say, maybe Sweden or Norway. One of those two has a royal family, maybe both. But we don't have that here. And, you know, in the Americas, when they were settled, North America mainly, we chose not to have kings from royal families. In fact, we fought to not do that.
Do you think there's any pros in having a monarchy?
Well, even the monarchies nowadays, like in England, they don't really rule everything. They're the royal family, but there's a parliament and a separate government that takes care of everything. You know, people are taxed and the taxes pay for the government. I think the royal family gets, you know, maybe some money, but they own a lot of things, so they make money otherwise than what the government gives them. So I think, you know, can't remember the country though. It's, I think, around Saudi Arabia, near Israel. There's the king of Jordan, the king of Jordan. That royal family's been very good. So they're not all good, they're not all bad.
Middle ground.
Well, it's hard to say. It depends on what they do.
Have you ever heard of Thomas Paine?
Yeah, I've heard of Thomas Paine. I think I've heard him referred to on TV and some different, maybe History Channel stuff or
Yeah, he's one of the
different
founding
movies.
That was pretty cool. You know, French Revolutionary. He's mainly a political guy. You know, hence the quote.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, that's the reason he wrote the quote, because they were fighting the British at the time, and they used to post that in like the news and stuff. And that's mainly how you get your information, is the news on newspaper.
Yeah, and you say he was French?
He fought in the French Revolution.
Okay. So he was English. He was American.
Yeah, right.
Okay. As I say, the French, they at one time had a royal family, but then they killed them off in the tribe. So.
Yeah, and he hated the idea because, you know, once they got to the colonies, I mean, like, it was basically like, you know, it's kind of like your dad renting the house and, you know, taxing you all this money. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, he didn't like the idea.
Yeah, we chose democracy here, you know, and not monarchies. So it seems to be working.
Okay, I'm gonna see if this is long enough.
How long is it supposed to be?